Welcome back, guys. So today I got one for you that's a little different than normal. This is not a product review video. This is more of a highlight of a product that is in development right now. So if you haven't figured out by the first few seconds, what we have here essentially is a Game Boy Advance HDMI kit to consolize your Game Boy Advance. So this thing is not the GBA consolizer. That is quite a bit more involved of a modification than this. This is just a simple plug and play. Like, there's no soldering. You just get the board out of the Game Boy Advance and plug it into this HDMI board, and that's it. You have a Super Nintendo Jack HDMI port, micro USB for power and aspect ratio switch, and a Bluetooth switch that you can sync up like Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, PS4 controllers, that kind of thing. Right now it's kind of delicate because it is not in a case, but the company that produced this, they sent this to me a while ago. And they just asked for feedback, and I've been sitting on this thing for a while. I'm not so much of a feedback kind of guy. I make videos, homie. So I asked them, can I just make a video on this thing? Like, I've already given my feedback. I think the aspect ratio is not correct. The image is a little soft. And why not get the community's feedback? People who may or may not be interested in this device. So that's what we're doing here today. I'm gonna capture footage off of capture software, not just off of this monitor, so you guys can get a better idea there. And we're gonna tear this thing down, show you what's up with it. So they provided these little images here for me. I mean, very low res stuff, but pretty much to the point. You just get the Game Boy Advance board out, and that's it. And then you got the HDMI kit, and you plug that bitch in and screw it down. There is 4 screws, that is it. You got a little Bluetooth button, and a few things there. So let's go ahead and power this thing off, change the angle, zoom up, get right up on it, and show you guys what's up with this thing. So I'm sure some of you have figured out who produced this thing by now, or have a good idea. It is Intech Gaming, the people behind the Warrior 64. That was a very controversial crowdfunding campaign. From what I understand, this is not going to be a crowdfunding thing. But from my talks with these guys, it does appear that they have learned quite a bit from that experience making that system. And they are looking for feedback on this thing. It's supposed to be a lot cheaper than other options out there that use original hardware, which, you know, okay, the Game Boy Advance consolizer can be a little pricey, especially if you're paying somebody else to do it after you've bought the board and got a case and all that good stuff. That can be pricey, over $300 plus whatever you paid for your Game Boy Advance. So options are nice. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Is this the greatest option? Not in the form that it is right now. Maybe it could be justifiable for the price that it's gonna cost. They're supposed to be doing, from what I understand, you know, the kit itself, and then maybe a small run of like already done ones for people, like they did with the Nintendo 64 system. They are going to be producing a shell for this thing, so that's why, you know, we don't have a shell for it right now, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and attach this cable back here. There we go. So there's that. We have the Game Boy Advance board. Nothing is modified here. It's just stripped out of a system. I know some people say that's blasphemy, but you know what? In my opinion, if it's yours, it's not theirs. You bought it. You do with it as you please, man. It's none of my business. I mean, there's millions of these things out there. Who cares? It's not gold, dude. If you want to consolize it, fuck it. Do what you want, man. But there you go. Nothing modified here, okay? So then check out the board. So a very simple thing. I do feel they need to readjust some things here, besides just some of the issues that I noticed already. Like the power and reset buttons that they have down there kind of needs to be like mounted this way or up top. Like, I mean, unless you have it this way, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to see how the case looks when they produce it. Maybe this is supposed to be the top. It could be. I mean, I don't know, because then you have this down here and I mean, it could be. Like, we'll have to see when they produce a case for this thing. But that's pretty much it. Like, you have these pins. That's why there's no soldering. These are like spring-loaded pins that touch all the relevant connections on the Game Boy Advance board. So I thought that was kind of a neat touch. You're not going to get the crazy quality that you'll get out of like using HDMI on a GameCube with Game Boy interface through a Game Boy player or the Game Boy Consolizer. I'm sure this is more of a, you know, capturing the image in a different way type of thing. But they have said they're working on a few things with the softness of the image. I think the audio was all right. That's not really too much of an issue that I've had with this thing, but it's just the aspect ratio definitely needs to be adjusted. So as you see, I mean, took apart very easily. You just have those standoffs and then 4 screws. So I'll get that plugged back together while, you know, letting you guys see some of the captured footage. So if you're interested in this thing, I mean, you could share your thoughts down below. I'm not being paid or anything other than, you know, whatever I make off of ad revenue, if there is any ad revenue for, you know, putting this video up on YouTube. But like I said, I just wanted to share this with you guys because for me, sitting on a product wastes my time where I can't produce a video on it. So it's like, dude, gotta make a video. That's just the way it is, man. I don't want to sit on your product doing nothing with it. If you want feedback, feedback from the community is more valuable than me sitting on a product for a freaking year. So I think this thing's pretty interesting. Just needs some work. Price has to be right. From what I understand, it's supposed to be very low priced. So that's a good thing. Have to wait and see what they actually ask for this. But yeah, there you go. Very simple putting this thing together and just plugging in the Game Boy Advance. I mean, you can get these boards, the Game Boy Advance, like broken systems with boards that are fine, fairly cheap, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. You can get Game Boy Advances like the side of the street in Japan, just piled up type of thing. There's millions of them out there. But there's everything back together. Not too shabby, very simple. It's not really too much of a mod. Anybody could remove a Game Boy Advance from its original shell. That's pretty simple. So I like the idea of this. I just need to see some improvements. They did say once they get, you know, any fixes done, that they'll send me like a new version and I can share that with you guys, you know, see what you guys think type of thing. It's just, for me, it's just about sharing these options and producing content. Like, I don't care if people want to buy this thing or not. It doesn't really matter to me one way or another. I just think it's kind of a neat idea, making a lower cost, simple, consoleized Game Boy Advance. We have a million options, maybe not a million. If you consider emulation, then yeah, we have millions of options. But as far as like original hardware, there's a good handful of options out there. And I welcome new ones as long as they're priced right and the quality is decent for what we're paying. Like, we can't expect everything out of something like this that's as simple as it is. You know, you're not gonna get the same kind of video quality, I would imagine, that you would with the Game Boy Advance consolizer, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I guess keep that in mind, but it's up to you if you want to keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're interested in something like this, share your comments, your thoughts down below. Like, what would you pay for it? I don't know what they would be asking for it. I heard that it was going to be fairly cheap. But what would you be willing to pay? What do you want to see out of it? You know, what did you notice out of my captured footage that you think needs to be fixed? Is there like frame rate issues, the color saturation? You know, share those kind of things. I've shared a few things with them already. So hey guys, really do appreciate it. Give you guys some thumb butts, like extra ones, because I've been missing them lately. Coming at you from all over the place. Look at them cheeks, blurry. Freaking from the upside down, left and right, all over. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Check out my web store, madlittlepixelshop.com. And I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom. Bye!